What's good? It's Khalil Jamar. Hope that all is well with you guys. If this is your first time on my channel, welcome. If this is not your first time on my channel, welcome back. Now today we're going to be doing another video on Sam Sulek, but in the video today we're going to be taking a look at his diet and what he's eating and how much he's eating to achieve and attain the type of physique that he does have. In the video today, I'm really going to be taking a look at his macronutrient intake. So we're going to be looking at how much protein he's eating, how many carbs that he's eating, as well as how much fat he's eating, and then the total amount of calories that he's eating as well. And in some of the macronutrients that we go over, you'll see a couple of previews of what these meals actually consist of. And I think when you take a look at these meals and you see what's in each of his meals, you'll be a little bit shocked to see, again, what Sam Sulek's diet consists of and how much actually goes into it. Sam Sulek, he's eating about 5 meals a day, and in each of these 5 meals, he's getting more than enough protein. And here's a sample of Sam Sulek's meal schedule throughout the day. So again, he's eating 5 meals a day, and these meals add up to about 5,200 calories. That's just over 1,000 calories a meal. Now, Sam Sulek, I'll be honest, he does have different variations of his diet. So he has a bulking variation of his diet as well as a cutting one. And if he's bulking, the calories are going to be probably a little bit more. If he's cutting, it's going to be a little bit less. But this is generally what he eats on a day-to-day to maintain his body weight and his physique. But when you look at everything that he's eating well over 200 grams of protein a day. And he actually not only confirms this, but he suggests not that you should be eating 200 grams of protein a day, but the reason he eats over 200 grams of protein is because he suggests that you should be eating about 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. And here's a clip of him talking about that.
You know, if you're curious about how much protein you should be eating per day as a beginner lifter or whatever, do your gram per pound of body weight. So if you're a 150-pound dog, you need 150 grams of protein. You can live off of less, but I'm saying, you know, giving yourself the best set of circumstances possible to gain some muscle, right, to put some beef on your frame, I'd say sticking to that 1-to-1 ratio is probably good. You know, I'm like 230 now. I woke up this morning at 230, but I still do 250 grams of protein, so technically a little more than a gram.
You can see, again, he suggests that you should be eating about 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, which is pretty standard. Anywhere from 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight is going to be sufficient enough for you to start building muscle. I've even seen some people eat up to 1.2 to 1.5. I wouldn't go to 2 grams. That's a little bit too much, but I have seen people do 1.2 to 1.5 grams of protein per pound of body weight if they're really looking to be aggressive and putting on mass. Now, as you can see, Sam Sulek, he does prioritize how much protein he's eating, but I also think that he prioritizes carbs just as much as he prioritizes protein. And I think this is because of how intensely and how hard he does work out. He needs to be fueled for those workouts. There's a video of him warming up with 400 pounds on the tricep extension. That is
empty. Or is when Sam broke the machine.
Sam just broke the machine.
What's a little problem?
He did it. He's been here 5 minutes.
And he's already breaking all your bro. That's supposed to be your warm up.
We can't have nice things.
I got warmed up. I sat here, warmed up the elbows.
Warmed up the elbows.
And if that's how Sam Sulek is warming up, his workouts have to be extremely intense. I also say that because when I look at the numbers, when it comes to the amount of carbs and the amount of grams of carbs that he's eating per day, whether he's cutting or bulking, he's eating a lot of carbs. Now, when he's cutting, he's eating in the neighborhood of 350 to 400 grams of carbs. And then when he's bulking, he's eating over 850 grams of carbs. With all that he is eating, we took a look at the protein, we took a look at the carbs. Now let's take a look at the fat. When we take a look at his fat, he is eating, it's very drastic. When you look at whether he's bulking, maintaining, or cutting, the change between the variations of the diets are very drastic. And here's what I mean. When he's bulking, he's eating almost 279 grams of fat. And most of that, again, is probably coming from the red meat. There's a lot of healthy fats in beef, but I really think that's in like 90-10 or 90 0.37 beef, which is basically the ratio of protein to fat. So in an 80-20, like a pound of ground beef, that's 80-20, it's definitely going to have over 20 grams of fat in there. And you can see that here. There's around 23 grams of fat in a normal 80-20 package of ground beef versus 10 grams of fat. You cut the fat calories in half in 90-10 beef. When I take a look at this diet, I think there are good things to it and I think there are bad things to it. Some of the good things, I think this is a good program if you're looking to put on mass and size, especially if you're younger. If you're younger, you can get away with eating some of the junk food and high amounts of fat that you see in a diet like this. Another good thing I think about this diet is it's going to teach you how to eat in the early stages of lifting. I've seen a lot of people miss out on gains, miss out on putting on size because they just couldn't get their diet outside of the gym correct. And when I say that, it's not that they didn't know what they should eat. They didn't know how to plan it accordingly. They didn't know how to set up their meals throughout the day. I think that being on a meal plan like this will, one, teach you how to organize and set up your meals throughout the day, but it also teach you, I don't want to say force feed yourself, but it'll get you used to fueling yourself and making sure that you're getting enough food, because you're definitely going to get more than enough food in a diet like this. Now, while there are good things, I honestly do think there are more bad things to this diet or this type of diet than good things. The amount of red meat in this diet, there are consequences. You do have an increased risk of cancer, cardiovascular disease, as well as heart disease. So that's why you don't want to just fill up your diet with only red meat. Also, the amount of fat in this diet that he's eating, especially when he's bulking, it's way too much. Just like eating too much red meat in general has its consequences and increases risks for certain diseases, so does eating too much fat. But guys, that is the end of the video. Thank you for watching. If there's anything that I missed about Sam Sulek's diet in this video, definitely leave that down in the comment section, and make sure that you do like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys later.